Welcome to the Boxing Bookie. We are back. It is good to be back. Got a good one for you today. We're gonna get into the locks. I'm gonna get out if you're in the Patreon, I'm gonna yeah. If you're in the Patreon, you're gonna get the lock of the week. If you're not in the Patreon, you get the lock of the week tonight. There'll be a bunch of good stuff in it for you. We'll get that lock. We got the lock last week. This is gonna be a little bit more difficult to lock just because there's not a ton to get in, so the odds may not be as good as they typically are. But we're gonna get you a good lock. We're gonna lock it up for you. I already got a good feel. Already got a good feel for what we're gonna do. So guys, join the Patreon if you haven't. If you are in the Patreon, it's you're gonna get the lock of the week today. Please like, share, and subscribe. Follow 3Boxing Blog. Also, head on over to carnivorebar.com. 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 And they changed it. A meal in your pocket. The world's only high-fat, grass-finished beef bar that replaces a meal while on the move in stores for years. Get your travel autonomy and freedom back. Carnivorebar.com. The convenience of a steak, the nutrition of a steak, the convenience of a bar. Carnivorebar.com. 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 Sorry, I had a distraction there. All right, guys. All right, got a good one for you today. All right. As for the Patreon, you're gonna get lock of the week. If not, pay attention. If you have any questions, comments, World of Wrestling's in the house. What up, World of Wrestling? What up, World of Wrestling? All right. What up, my man? Sorry, get distracted here. Well, we got some good ones for you tomorrow. We got the Harlem Eubank. We're just gonna get right into this. Man, UFC is gonna be on at 3 a.m. on Saturday. 3 a.m. 3 a.m. Where is it that it's on at 3 a.m.? What's up, Gary? Paro versus Hitchens is coming up in a couple of weeks. I got Paro personally. It's a tough one. I'm leaning towards Hitchens. I don't mind either take on that. Okay, they're in China. That's why. What time is that in China? What time is that in China? All right. I want to get back to 79 pros. Paro or Hitchens? You like Paro by stoppage? You like him by decision, or how do you see that going? They're at 8 p.m. How do you see that one going? Is it a decision or a stoppage? I like Hitchens. I was really disappointed with Hitchens' last performance with Gustavo Lemos, and then I picked Keyshawn to beat Gustavo Lemos a couple weeks ago, whatever it was, 2 weeks ago. But I thought it was going to be a lot more competitive. I thought it was going to be a lot cleaner fight, a lot tougher fight. Obviously, it wasn't. It was a really easy, destructive. Gustavo missed. I'm losing my brain. Gustavo missed weight by like whatever it was, 6 pounds or whatever it was, 7 pounds, but it was something crazy like that. He came in, the fight went on. I was like, oh, okay, well, he didn't look drained or anything at the weigh-in. And I was like, okay, well, he's going to have a functional weight advantage. He's naturally a bigger guy. Let's see how this goes. And then he no-showed and got stopped in the second round. I think Hitchens and Paro goes to the decision. I think so too, and I think Hitchens outboxes him. Do you think that Paro scores some knockdowns, get a couple 10-8 rounds, or do you think he just wins, outboxes and wins more rounds? I've been impressed with Paro. Obviously, big time power, big time hitter. Had Subriel Matias in a ton of trouble. Destroyed Montana Love, destroyed Brock Jarvis. I mean, he's been destroying people. So, this is a high-level fighter. It's 2 world-class fighters. I don't have a ton of confidence. Like, I wouldn't bet the ranch on Richardson Hitchens. But yeah, anything, I'm leaning towards Hitchens. I would say Richardson Hitchens, that name is going to be the death of me. Richardson Hitchens by decision. It's a really good card. It's the 7th. So that's 1, 2, about 3 weeks away. You got Mark Castro on that card. And Jim Puerto Rico, too. I'm not sure why Paro versus Hitchens is in Puerto Rico, but it's a good card. Mark Castro's on it. Henry LeBron is on it. Yankel Rivera, Jaleel Hackett. It's a nice little card in Puerto Rico. It's not a... It's on DAZN. I don't think Eddie's the promoter on it, though. I saw someone else's name as the promoter, which I thought was... I don't know. What's this? What's the thing? Just select the fight to go the distance. That way you don't have to worry about who wins. Yeah, it's not a bad bet. The fight, if you think the fight's going to go the distance, but I would say there's 2 possibilities in this fight. Which one do you want to bet on? I would say Hitchens by decision is definitely a possibility. And I would say Paro by stoppage is definitely a possibility. I would say there are 2 likely possibilities in that. Paro by knockout, Hitchens by decisions. I would say I'm more likely going to pick Hitchens by decision, right? It's not an easy fight to bet on. Let me see if they even have odds up on it yet. I haven't even checked. I haven't even looked at it yet. I'm sure they do. Hang on. It's December 7th is the card. Does anyone know why they decided Puerto Rico for Hitchens from Brooklyn and Paro from Australia? Does anyone? Yeah, here it is. Oh, wow. It's very close. Okay, so Paro is minus 125. Hitchens is plus 100. I'll do the tape on it for sure. I'll take a look at it for sure. We got a couple weeks on it, but preliminary. Oh, this is real close. And there's no props. Does anyone have props on it yet? If anyone has props on it, let me know. Let me know, and we'll take a look. I do like it to go the distance. Yeah, that might be a safer bet. Paro Hitchens by decision might be a safer bet. I mean, Hitchens by decision, the fight to go the distance. It's good. It's good to track. If you're not a gambler, the odds, the book is fine. The odds are fine. I had never heard of this until World of Wrestling showed me this a week or 2 ago, and I guess it was last week. I had never heard of this before. I haven't placed a bet on it, but you don't have to. It's like you can just kind of track your success on it. If you want to work out some new things, try some new things, you can definitely do that. I liked it. Thank you for showing that. Let me put a link in it. Give me 1 second. World of Wrestling. Do you have any bets you want me to look at? You have any UFC bets you want me to take a look at? We can get into that if you want. I can text you the link if you want to join me. If you have any UFC locks, any locks you want to parlay. Silver let me down last week, says Jandro. It happens. You can't come through on everyone. Barrios had to settle for a draw, so he still hit the parlay, but it's just that the Barrios fight got voided out. What did you guys think of that? The Barrios Ramos fight. What were your thoughts on that? Did anyone have Ramos? I thought Barrios won. I had it even going in the last two rounds. Thought Barrios pulled out the last two rounds, but I wouldn't really score in the early rounds, so I could be wrong. Maybe a draw is fine. I wasn't pissed off about a draw. I didn't think a draw was the worst thing in the world. But I thought Barrios edged. I thought Barrios won the last two rounds. I think you could put a circle around the 10th, and I thought Barrios took the last two, so he took it on my card. I gave the first 5 to Barrios with the knockdown, the next 5 to Ramos with the knockdown, and then so you got even at 10. Then I gave the last 2 to Barrios. But I mean, if you switch one round in there, you get a draw. So I wasn't upset about it. World of Wrestling, you want me to send you the link? You want to jump on with me, or you want me just to pull these up? I can do whatever's work for you. I know it's short notice, but if you want me to send you a link, I can send you the link. All right, let's get into it. I like the question about Paro and Hitchens. Let me get to we'll get to World of Wrestling's picks in just a minute. Put them all. All right, just put them all up. You want me to start with that? We can work out a plus money parlay with just him here. So hang on. Where is it? You want just to put up your bets here? What we got? We got Corinne Silver, Olberg, and Zhang. All right, let me see. Olberg, Zhang, and Silver. Those are all money line bets, I'm guessing. Olberg, money line, minus 230. These names are killing me. They wouldn't. How many fights are there, bro? December 14th. I don't know, man. I can't find these. What are the other ones? Oh, Silver is last week. Oh, I got you. So this is Zhang, Olberg, and Zhang. I'm not finding Zhang. What I'm not finding Zhang. Sorry about that, my man. Zhang and Olberg. I'm not too. Hang on. I got Olberg. Is Wang and Zhang the same thing? It's not the same thing, is it? He's facing Diaz. Oh, Zhang's the first name or last name. I got you. So those are the two bets. Wow, now I feel like an idiot. Okay. Zhang and Olberg is what the World of Wrestling is giving us. That's not bad. If you parlay those together, how I got 3 on this? What did I add to this thing? Oh, I got O'Shea Jones. I'm gonna have the O'Shea Jones videos are gonna be outside. So these two bets alone are gonna put us right near plus money, minus 118. So close. Carlos Olberg at minus 230, Zhang Mingyang at minus 340. Right there, we're at minus 118. It's a nice bet. So this is going to be easy to get us a plus money parlay. There you go. That was easy. Here's your good job. Good job, World of Wrestling. Here's your plus money parlay. Carlos Olberg at minus 230. Zhang Mingyang at minus 340. Harlem Eubank at minus 1,800. Nathan Lugo minus 3,500. That's a 4-leg parlay plus 101. Yeah. How easy was that to get you a plus money parlay? That's the easiest plus money parlay I've ever had to do. World of Wrestling, how confident are you with those picks? Are you super confident with those picks? We're going to get into everything in just a minute. I dropped the video early for Yafai and Sonny Edwards. If anyone's interested, that video is out already. Edwards and Yafai. All right. World of Wrestling is very confident, which is good to hear. David Lopez, Marlon Sims. Marlon Sims is plus 1,200. That's an interesting bet. Marlon Icy Sims. He's not that bad of a fighter to be plus 1,200. I mean, he's not going to win, but Marlon Sims is a decent fighter. They really like David Lopez. I mean, he's their fighter, right? Southpaw. Put a couple wins together in Atlanta on that card. Just that seems really, really, really wide to me. All right. A lot of these are difficult fights. David Pape and Wagner. Tough fight to bet. I mean, the over is the only thing I like on this. This is a 50-50 fight. And again, if there's a 50-50 fight and you're not getting plus 300 on it, lay off of it unless you're extremely confident. I like the over, but the over is not paying. The over is something you can add to your parlay. You can add that to your parlay, and I would feel comfortable and confident with that. David Papo has 4 knockouts in his 29 wins. I know that for a fact. And Josh Wagner's not a hitter either. Josh Wagner is not a puncher at all. He's got 9 knockouts in his 18 wins Canadian fighter. Neither guy is really looking to hurt each other in that fight, so I love the over in that fight, but the over's at minus 1,000. I don't love that either. I can get that out for you. Harlem Eubank at minus 1,800. Already at minus 625 on that, and then I would add O'Shea Jones to that. Let me just check this real quick. These are some interesting fights to bet. Bakari Samaki, 16-0, 8 knockouts out of France, is fighting Wade Ryan. WBC silver super welterweight. And then the odds are wild on it though. Like, who is Samaki minus 650? That's what we're looking at here. Those are wild. Yo, Kyle's in the house. What up, Kyle? He's just like a wild hands here. So the bets I like, over at minus 1,000. I would take that. Harlem Eubank, we got props on this. Harlem Eubank by decision, I like a lot. That's minus 160. I think that's an interesting bet. It's actually only plus 145 by the stoppage. I don't think he's stopping. I think this thing goes the distance. So I like that bet a lot. Harlem Eubank, I would take Harlem Eubank by decision on this at minus 160. It's decent money for sure. Jonathan Mansour, obviously, he's going to win. Do we have props on that? No props on Mansour. Nathan Lugo, like I said, that's part of the lock of the week. He's obviously going to win. That's him as an amateur. Let me see Nathan Lugo here. Just feel totally confident with that bet. Does the Jones fight go to, I don't know, man. O'Shea Jones. You're talking about O'Shea Jones, obviously, right? A.R. Smith? I don't know, man. O'Shea Jones is punishing me. It's not, you don't get a lot of physical forces like that in female boxing, but she's one of them. What we have the I'm dropping that video tonight for y'all. We have props on it. Okay. O'Shea by KO is plus 500. You know, the problem with this is that Femke Hermans is a physical force too. It's like normally I would pick O'Shea Jones to stop people, but she's a force too. I mean, it's a women's fight. It probably goes the distance. But what I would say at fight lines, fight props, to go the distance at minus 550, I don't love that bet, AR. It probably does, but at 550, I don't think it's worth the gamble. I've looked at Wade Ryan before because he fought. Wade Ryan is one of those guys. He's been in. He's used a lot. He's likely going to lose. It depends on what Wade Ryan. If Wade Ryan is fighting to win, Wade Ryan might make the fight difficult. If Wade Ryan, he just fought Takasha in a way. If Wade Ryan is fighting to survive, he's going to get destroyed, and he's going to lose every round. He'll probably go the distance. He's only been stopped once in 11 losses. I don't even remember who stopped him. It's been that long. I can look it up. Okay, he was stopped in his fourth pro fight against Arsen Lai in Australia. By the way, Gary, look at Flip of Boxing. You will find all kinds of alternate rounds. You won't find on other sports. Yeah. I saw that. Let me take a look at it. Let me take a look at that for sure. I wanted to ask you guys. The lock of the week, obviously, this week is whack. It's tough. The only good thing in there is O'Shea Jones. I'm going to give everyone a choice. And if you're into Patreon, let me know. I'm going to put the question on Patreon right now. All right, let me give me 1 second. Do y'all want 2 locks next week or one this week, and one next? It's a whack week, and I don't want to mess with the success. Y'all let me know. Yeah. Give me 1 second, y'all. 2 locks this week or all right. All right, World of Wrestling wants 2. I'm going to give you guys something. I'm not going to call it a lock of the week. I'll give you 2. I'm going to give you a lock that I like, right? It's not a lock of the week per se, but it's a lock that I like that I'm going to bet on. So I'm going to give it to you guys in the Patreon. But I'm not calling this a lock of the week, right? Like, you don't need to bet on this. Thank you, Rocket. Yo, what up, Rocket? That is the dude. That is the homie. That is the A1 homie. Love this dude. Love you, Rocket. Thanks for dropping by. You're the man. I would defer to you, honestly. All right, I'd rather do 2 next week, although I think I can make a little bit of money. Hey, Team Batman in the building. What up, Team Batman? It's good to have you here. It's good to have you. You guys, I'm going to give you a lock. If you're in the Patreon, you're going to get a lock. It's not a lock of the week, though. It's just a lock I like that I'm betting on. You guys can do with it as you wish, and I will get you 2 next week. This week is totally whack. I've never had a week this whack. I appreciate that, Rocket. Sonny Edwards fight is going to be good. This is a really good fight, man. This is like a 50-50. I like Yafai. He's more aggressive. He throws in more volume. He can fight coming and going. He's more versatile. He's a better all-around fighter. Edwards is skilled as hell, but Edwards is short arm, so Edwards can't keep him on the outside. So he's got to come forward. Edwards is very, very short arm, T-Rex arms. So he's got to come forward. And when he comes forward, he's fighting a bigger, longer, bigger hitter, right? So it doesn't bode well for him stylistically. So stylistically, I'm gonna lean towards Yafai, but I wouldn't be shocked if Edwards won. You know, Edwards is the more established fighter. He's the more accomplished fighter. He's the slicker fighter. Both guys are highly skilled. And both guys are highly skilled. I'm going to take the bigger, stronger guy. You know, the bigger, stronger, bigger hitter. Just FYI, those peeps who chose Tevin Farmer is choosing FMK Hermans. I would rather go with your pick, though. I haven't looked at the fight yet. Jeez. I've been watching the tape on FMK Hermans. Well, let me ask you that. The Tevin Farmer fight, yeah, he fought much better than I thought, and it was much more competitive than I was expecting, for sure. I was expecting it to be close to a wash. You know, Tevin's a pro. I thought Tevin could survive if he wanted to, but I wasn't expecting him to really, really compete. I thought he would eventually get stopped, like a mercy stoppage or, you know, swelling. Like he would get stopped late was my guess. Did anyone think Tevin won? I didn't see it like that at all, but did anyone here think Tevin won? Doing great, Team Batman. Doing great. Yeah, I think Sonny will lose. Now, do you think Sonny can fight inside? Yes and no. Yes, he can fight inside at this level with this kind of guy. I don't think it's gonna get well. It's gonna go well for him. I've met Sonny. I've interviewed Sonny a bunch of times. I've talked business with Sonny. He's a great dude. I like him a lot, and I think he's a very good fighter. He's a very good fighter. This is stylistically a very bad fight for him, and I think Galliafy is one of them. Like I don't really want to, because it's like calling Andy Cruz a prospect. That's not really the right term for him. Galliafy is a right now guy, right? Like he's ready now. He's 31 years old, right? So it's not like he's 23. You know, he's not Abdullah Mason, right? So he's coming up. He's emerging now. That's the dude right there. Like Galliafy is the dude right there. But he's the dude right now. I agree. Yeah, I thought it was still. I mean, yeah, that's how I saw it too. Team Batman. It was a very close fight, very competitive fight. Much closer, much more competitive than I would have guessed. Farmer was able to do with it, but me it was still clear for Zepeda. For me, it was still clear. Yeah, no, I agree. Rocket, how did you have that fight? Rocket, how did you have the Farmer Zepeda fight? I thought it was very close. Oh, well, how about you tell me? I knew Tevin was tough and Zepeda would get the decision, not get the KO. You're right about that. I thought he would get a late stoppage. I thought he would just, punish him. The culmination of shots. Either, his face would be a mess and the doctor would stop it, or they'd keep him in the corner, from the beating. I thought it was going to be like that kind of beatdown, but Tevin was good. Tevin was competitive. I'm a big Tevin fan. I love his story. I love how he came 7-4-1 or whatever his record was to a world champion. He's been inactive, but he's been competitive. He fought well at Morataya, and then he fought well against Zepeda. I mean, I think he's fighting in the wrong weight class. Can we get him back down to 130? 130 is a lot easier than 135. And on top of all of that, it's his natural weight class. He's a very small for 135. 130 is more his size, and it's an easier weight division. So let's get him back down to 130. But I mean, that's basically it. I'm going to drop the video for O'Shea Jones and Femke Hermans tonight. And is there anything Saturday? Is there anything you guys want Saturday? Any video you want me to do here for Saturday? There's a bunch of garbage. Tina Rubric, Bakari Samaki, and Wade Ryan. I could do some more Yamanaka. Fabian. There's a lot of trash. Is there any fight you guys of the trash you guys want me to do? Ooh. All right. I'm making Rocket my my matchmaker here. Tevin Farmer, Raymond Ford. Great fight at 130. Yeah, I agree. And both guys, one guy's from South Jersey, one guy's from Philly. Let's meet up and do this. I like the way you think, Rocket. Tevin Farmer, Raymond Ford. Does anyone give? I know Raymond Ford's going to be the betting favorite in that fight, but does anyone give Farmer a chance in that fight? Would anyone pick Farmer in that fight? That's an interesting fight. Raymond Ford, I like a lot, and he showed a lot of skill in that fight with Nick Bullock. I didn't think he had. If you would have asked me to assess Raymond Ford, I would have said Raymond Ford is fast and that's it. Like, he's super fast and twitchy, and that's it. No, he was a dog in that fight. He fought well on the inside. He forced ball backwards. He made ball uncomfortable in that fight. His timing was really good in that fight. Raymond Ford is a much more complete fighter. He showed he's a much more complete fighter in that Nick Paul fight. Like when he fought Eddie Vasquez, Eddie Vasquez just made him uncomfortable and made him not want to fight. Like, it's, you know what I'm saying? So Raymond Ford showed me that he's a much more multifaceted fighter. He can do a lot of things I didn't think that he could do. All right, y'all. I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna wrap it up now. I appreciate all y'all. Unless y'all Raymond by decision, I agree. Unless y'all have any last minute questions, comments, thoughts, super chats. Any questions, comments, thoughts, super chats, leave them now. Otherwise, I'm gonna wrap this up. I will be live again tomorrow at some point, I would imagine. If not, I'll go live Saturday. I don't know if anyone wants me to go live after the zone cards, the overtime in Atlanta card, whatever they call that. I will be checking that out. But let me know what you guys think. I'm going to drop you guys a lock. I'm going to drop all y'all a lock. I'm going to get that to you tonight. You'll have it late tonight. Check the Patreon. If you're not in the Patreon, join the Patreon. $5 a month gets you the absolute best gambling advice in the world. I don't get I don't, Kyle, I appreciate that, but I don't know what it says, my man. All right, yeah. It's November 21st, 2024. From Texas to the world, thank you and God bless.